second and third with 2 outs. Gonzalez back to work, and it's going to bounce on the right side or on the left-handed batter's box for ball 1. So consecutive hits after 2 outs, a walk and then consecutive hits after the first 2 were ground outs to the shortstop. This is going to be blocked again by Mccutchen. Good job as he scooted to his right. Ball 2 to Ramirez. 2-0 the count. So consecutive ground outs and then the walk and then a double and a double. I mean a single and a double. And 1 run is crossed. Now this is hit to the second baseman. He picks it up, fires it to first, and that will end the threat. 4-3 the put out for out number 3. But 2 hits end up in 1 run. There was no errors. There were 2 runners left on base. We have played half an inning, and the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors now lead 1-0 over the Moriarty Pintos. Pintos coming up next. All right, we're back here as we get ready to start the bottom of the first inning here in game number 3 at the Artesia Invitational. And on the hill for Santa Teresa is Julian Payon. His first pitch just missed outside. The batter, number 4, Micah Rimer, looked at ball 1. On deck is number 24, Kenny Poyner. He plays out in center field. And in the hole, Amari Gonzalez. Now we got a time called. And I don't know what the umpire called something. Going to talk to the pitcher. So, coach also coming out for Santa Teresa. I'm not exactly sure what the deal is. They're talking about it. All right, so the count 2-0. They were talking about the stance that he was taking, making sure it was right. And so the next pitch is called a ball 2, so it's ball 3. I said called a ball also. So 3-0 the count now to Micah Rimer. On deck again, Kenny Poyner. Next pitch, foul back towards us here in the press box for strike 1. Defensively for the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors, Gregor Nellis out in left, Gabe Heredia in right, and O.V. Alvarez in center field. And we'll go ahead and wait for this pitch before I give you the infielders. The catcher is Isaiah Gutierrez catching Julian Payon. This pitch called strike 2. So full count now for Rimer, the leadoff batter for the Pintos from Moriarty. Here's the pitch, and that is inside, and that is ball 4. It looked like he said he hit him. Either way, it's either a walk or a hit by pitch. I think he said it hit him, so hit by pitch, and that puts the leadoff batter at first base for the Pintos. If you're just now joining us, the score 1-0. Santa T was able to get a run after getting the first 2 batters grounded out, and then a walk, a pair of doubles, and an RBI for the second double. And so they lead 1-0, but now the tying run at first base with nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. And the batter, Kenny Poyner, center fielder batting left-handed, he looks at a called strike 1. Back into the box, ready to go. Throw over, not in time. And hats are blowing off of players, so they're going to call a timeout. As this wind is just flat out blowing, I'll move over and you can got Mr. Robbie Blue joining me here in the press box here in just a moment as he gets all set in. So they got the caps rounded up, and we're back ready to go here. As Payon looks in, now looks over at first base, comes set, and the 0-1 pitch. Runner off and running. It's going to be a hit and run. They're going to have time. They do not turn and throw it back to first base in time, does the second baseman, Cordova. So he looked at second, but that hit and run was on. The runner was taken off, and he beats it out. Doesn't even go to second. He just turns and throws it back to first for 4-3 for the putout. So the opening batter, number 4, Micah Rimer, now stands at second base. He is in scoring position and is the tying run. As now at the plate is number 20, Amari Gonzalez, the pitcher for Moriarty. Payon comes set, turns and looks back. His curveball doesn't break. Ball 1 high and tight. On deck is the number 4 hitter in the lineup, first baseman, number 26, Bryce Walker. And in the hole is the catcher, Jace Mccutchen. Where's number 8 on his jersey? Or so they say, because he had a jacket over it. I couldn't see his number, but I know that's his number. All right, here's the pitch, right down the middle, called. Strike 1, a throw down, not in time from the catcher. So now 1-1 the count. So the catcher getting his signals out to his pitcher, and Julian Pion takes a look back at second. Now to the plate. Curveball, got him swinging, nice pitch. That's strike number 2. So the count now 1-2 to Gonzalez. The rest of the infield, Ramirez at short, Cordova at second, Lima at third, and Medrano at first. The catcher is Gutierrez, and the pitcher is Payon. Swing, chopper to the shortstop. He's going to charge it. Nice fielding play there, and a great play over there at first base because that ball was low and hard. He scoops it up for the out. The runner does move from second to third on the infield chopper, but that is out number 2, 6-3, the putout. So a 2 down runner at third base. Number 26, Bryce Walker, will come to the plate. He is the first baseman for Moriarty. Steps in on the right side to face the right-hander, Julian Payon. Hello, Robbie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, Joby?
Very good. All right, so here's the pitch. Swing and a chopper, foul ball. Oh, I thought it was foul. Looked like it went off of him.
Yeah.
The umpire is saying it's in. Oh, well, he was pointing like it was in the field of play, but the third base umpire said it was foul. So Just foul ball, strike one, which is what I thought it was as well.
You've been here all day.
I have been here all day. I have.
I've been listening off and on all day.
You've been working probably, but listening some. Well, for those of you out there watching here on KSVPTV.com, Robbie Blue has joined me. That pitch is going to be high, curveball that didn't quite get down into the strike zone, so the count now goes to 1-1 with 2 outs. On deck is Jace Mccutchen, and in the hole, Zach Gallegos. Payon comes set and to the plate. Curveball, strike 2 called.
Well, that's a nasty curveball, isn't it?
That's really nice when he's got a good one.
It curves and drops.
It does. Kind of goes from 12 to 6. Kind of a drop, curveball that's top to bottom. And breaks in as well, but not quite as much as it breaks down. There's another one. Boy, just missed. Just missed. Curveball that missed by not much. All right, so with 2 outs, the count now 2-2 to Walker as he steps back in. The pitch high, ball 3.
Well, you just never know what to expect here, do you, weather-wise?
I've learned, come to expect for the Artesia Invitational, to expect all the weather.
That's true.
Everything that can happen will be here these 3 days.
I mean, we had snow, a week or 2 ago, so it could happen.
It's going to snow, too, yes, for sure. Just expect it. Probably blizzard conditions. Here's the pitch, and he got him to chase. Strike 3, and that is out number 3. So they go down. The first batter got on by hit by pitch, and the next 3 ground out, strikeouts. So no runs off of no hits. There were no errors. There was 1 runner left on base. After 1 full, the score 1-0 in favor of Santa Teresa. We'll be back. All right, we're back here as we get into the top of the 2nd inning. First pitch, holding off, is number 24 for the Desert Warriors. That's Gregor Nellis, who takes ball 1. Next pitch from Gonzalez is outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Cesar Lemus on deck, the third baseman, and in the hole is the right fielder, Gabe Heredia. And this wind and the dirt blowing, it's just kind of tough on these players, but they're out there going at it anyways. That pitch just misses outside till ball 3. Wind in the pitch. He's squaring to bunt like he's going to bunt. Called strike 1 as he was taken all the way. caught the outside third of the plate.
Thank you.
That's not a Diet Coke, sir.
I was like,
That's really not a Diet Coke. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase. Not really chase. It was there. He just swung through the pitch. So the count runs full now to Ornelas. Lemus on deck and Heredia in the hole. Winding the pitch. Swing hit hard to the shortstop. Gallego scoops it up, fires it across. In time, it bounced, but another good job over there by Walker to dig it up for out number 1, 6-3.
well, that's a good backhand, keeping his foot on the bag and backhanding that ball off the turf.
He did that on the first 2 batters of the ball game. Alvarez and Gutierrez came up, hit it more up the middle, but to the shortstop, and the shortstop's throw was just like that. It was one bouncer, and all 3 now that he's had the opportunity. Walker has scooped those up. That time, as Robbie said, a backhand stab. That pitch misses away to the next batter, who is number 11. What is the number on his back? Is it number 11?
I wasn't looking.
So I may have written down the number wrong because that's not who I had coming up. Pitch, swing and a miss. It does look like number 11. Okay. Strike 1. And so maybe I just didn't write down all the numbers. Gabe Heredia. Maybe he's number 11 instead of number 1. Pops it up. The catcher's going to try to get to it. That wind is going to wreak havoc, and it does. He's unable to bring it in. It'll just be strike 2 on the pop fly behind the plate.
He came back and set up where he thought it was going to be, and it wound up about 10 yards to his left. That wind just kept carrying it.
Well, so my lineup is wrong. Number 11 is definitely at the plate, so I'm going to have to figure out who that is.
You want me to look up the roster?
I've got it right here. Number 11. There's not a number 11. So we're going to have to ask those guys if you can see what they got.
Okay.
He did go. That is a swing, but it goes by the catcher. So a strikeout, and he will make it to first safely. So the strikeout, but safe at first base as the wild pitch gets by. And so we'll figure out who that number 11 was. It's the batter that just batted. So I guess I just wrote his number down wrong. So that was Cesar Lemus, and he strikes out but reaches first base on the pass ball. And the next batter up is number 1. That's Gabe Heredia.
Okay.
So Gabe Heredia at the plate. Strike 1 as he swung through that pitch. 2 down here in the inning. Gonzalez comes set, takes a peek over. Now to the plate. Runner is off and going. Pitch is outside. Throw down is not in time. So safely into second base is Lemus. And Heredia now with a 1-1 count. I wasn't looking. Hit by pitch.
No, he's a check swing, foul ball to the right side.
I looked down right before that pitch came in at it has got like 16 multiple texts, all which I've been getting all day. Just every game trying to cover them, and I'm getting 45 texts. And
Regine just sent us one that said that was not an error on that pass ball. Take first base or get first base.
It's just a pass ball.
You are correct.
Which is, I think, what I said, but
I wasn't listening.
I know. You're right here beside me.
He said I showed up for the hospitality room, so I think he's right.
That's what you did, huh? Next pitch is low and in the turf for ball 2. So 2-2 now the count to Heredia. On deck is the leadoff batter, O.V. Alvarez. Plays out in center field, and in the hole, Isaiah Gutierrez, the catcher for Santee.
I was looking it up. We've got about 35-mile-an-hour wind gusts right now, which is down from earlier.
I think it is. There's a line drive shot out to left field, but and it does get by him. I don't know if the sun got him or what, but he's going to have to chase it all the way to the wall, coming around to score from second base, and it's going to be a stand-up triple for, well, I don't know what that. Yeah. Yeah, he should have probably caught that. So an error out in left field.
Yeah.
So E7. So standing at third base is Heredia with the reaching on that error. Well, that was a single with an error, right?
Yeah, it caught him in between. He was coming up, decided to catch it in the air, and he stopped. He decided it was going to hit in front of him, and then he didn't knock it down. And
so just an error.
Yeah, I think it's just an error.
Okay.
We're going with Coach Bickle. It's an error.
Okay. Next pitch. Outside ball 1 to number 7, O.V. Alvarez. He is the leadoff batter for Santa Teresa. He was 0 for 1. He grounded into a 6-3 put out his first time up. And now back here in the second inning. There's a nice pitch. It looked like a breaking ball for called strike 1. So 1-1 now the count to Alvarez. Gutierrez on deck and Payon, the pitcher, in the hole. Here's the pitch. Misses away. Another breaking ball, but outside. So the count now 2-1. So this inning, that strikeout but pass ball, and then the error out in left field. So those two plays have cost Moriarty another run, and now a runner 90 feet away. So a base hit here will get 2 runs across, none of which are earned. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. So there you go. Coming in to score will be Heredia. The single for Alvarez and the RBI. And like that, the score is now 3-0 in favor of Santa Teresa Desert Warriors.
Don't you want your leadoff hitter step up there and be patient and just drive something somewhere hard? Hopefully it goes for a base hit. That's exactly what he did.
All right, so that brings Isaiah Gutierrez to the plate with a runner down at first base in Alvarez. Only 1 out. The pitch. Good breaking ball. Runner is off and running, and he's in there pretty easily. And then it's going to get by the second baseman and the shortstop. And moving over to third on the throw is Alvarez.
You know, Joby, it's tough with a pitcher that throws a lot of breaking pitches. It's a slow pitch. So as a catcher, they're halfway to the bag before you even get the ball because it takes the pitch so long to get there.
So he now stands at third. He had second stolen. Like as you said, it just took so long for the pitch to get there, and he had second stolen, but then the ball gets away from the middle infield, so now standing at third with 1 out. Flare ball out to right side. It's going to be foul, and the first baseman gives chase, but unable to get there. Good job by Bryce Walker, hustling to try to get it, but just out in no man's land for another strike. Well, is that just strike 1? So 1-1 now the count to Gutierrez. The score 3-0 if you're just joining us. Santa Teresa leading Moriarty here in Game 3 at the Artesia Invitational 2022 version. Gonzalez back to work. Misses away, gets by the catcher, putting his head down and coming in hard and scoring will be number 7, O.V. Alvarez on the passed ball. Or maybe you call that a wild pitch. Either way, he got to the backstop. And the run crosses. So ball 2, 2-1 now to Gutierrez. Gonzalez ready to go. Here's the wind in the pitch. Outside, ball 3. Or 2 and 2 now. Well, I have 3 and 1, but I guess it's 2 and 2. I don't know.
We'll go with them, huh?
I'm going to. Yes.
I think it's Coach Lopez. We'll go with Coach Lopez.
I will go with him because I missed something. Wrote something down wrong. 2 and 2 the count. The pitch. Chopper to the third base side. He was playing up on the grass. Comes up, fields it, and it's going to have to be an error on the third baseman there with the throw. Because I feel like he had plenty of time going into second base. Sliding head first is Gutierrez, and he reaches there by the. I mean, you give that an error to the third baseman on the throw?
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely.
So E5.
Yeah, he kind of charged that 2 high hoppers and then had trouble getting it out of his glove, so he started rushing it, and then he threw it in the turf and pulled the first baseman off. So
second error of the inning, plus we had a passed ball on a strikeout. So Moriarty at this moment hurting themselves. 4-0 now the score with 1 out, and at the plate is the lefty, the pitcher, number 17, Julian Pion. away for ball one. He doubled his first time up. I'm sorry, he walked. I looked at the right down at the wrong line.
Long day?
No, it's just you started giggling at me. I was like, ah.
You missed that, didn't you?
No.
No, you didn't? Oh, come on.
2-0. As that ball was high and away. So 2-0 the count. Runner at second and 1 out here in the top of the second. 4-0. Swung on, chopper to the right side. The first baseman's going to get it. Fire to the pitcher who come across and covered. So 3-1 the put out. Runner does move on over to third on that chopper over on the right side.
Good job by Medrano over there. It short hopped him. It kind of scared me a little bit. I don't know if he's going to be able to stab it or not, and he did. So good job by him.
Oh, you mean by Walker?
I'm
the
sorry.
First baseman, Bryce Walker?
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
It's Sanity out there. I looked at Moriarty's. Ay.
It is Moriarty out there. So that's Bryce Walker at first base for Moriarty.
I wrote it down wrong then. Sorry.
Ay. As we both said. All right, so now 2 outs. Runner at third base, and the pitch from Gonzalez. Called strike one. And it's number 9 at the plate, Angel Medrano. He doubled his first time up. I keep saying that because my handwriting. He singled his first time up. Here's the pitch. Swung on, flared off to the right side and out of play. It's not out of the ballpark, but in foul territory for strike 2. And I'm going to erase that looks like a D. It's supposed to be an S, so I'll quit saying he doubled. And my handwriting is atrocious. Got to talk to myself. Self, quit writing so ugly. 0-2 the count, 2 down, runner at third base, 4-0. The Desert Warriors lead the Pintos here in the top of the second. Swing and a miss. And that will be out number 3 on the strikeout. So let me see here. Did we get a hit? We did. 1 hit. There were 2 errors. There was 1 runner left on and 3 runs scored. So after 1.5, the score now 4-0 in favor of the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors. And we were going to take a break here and be back for the bottom half of the second coming up. If you want to start talking, I'll shut up.
No, I'm good. Do you? Yeah. You got some aspirin?
You got any?
I might. Still have some in there.
You're going to have to leave to go? Oh, you got some in your bag maybe? Maybe, just maybe. All right, bottom of the second, getting started here. First pitch, curveball, strike 1 called as the batter number 8 for Moriarty steps back in on the right side. That's Jace Mccutchen, the catcher. 0-1 the count, nobody out, bottom of the second. Second pitch is a line drive, fair down the third base line. That's going to be extra bases. And it gets by the left fielder.
Oh, gosh.
So it would have been a double. I'm going to give him a double, and then move over on the error. So a double, and then move over on the error, E7. So Mccutchen leading things off here with a double. Now stands at third after it rolled by under the glove of the left fielder, Gregor Nellis. Nobody out, and we're going to have a runner coming in for, that's number 21 for Moriarty, and that is Eel McCrane? L. McCrane? E-L-E.
Macrane?
McCrane?
Ellie?
Ellie McCrane will come in to run for the catcher. And now at the plate is the shortstop, number 1, Zach Gallegos, his first time through. Just missed upstairs. 1-0 the count. On deck is the third baseman, Evan Pacheco, and in the hole, the left fielder, Darren Anderson. Julian Pion, the pitcher, right-hander, takes a look over at third. Now the pitch. Again, just missed, ball 2. Defensively, Gregor Nellis out in left, Gabe Heredia in right, and O.V. Alvarez in center. Medrano, Cordova, Ramirez, and Lima from first to third. Gutierrez, the catcher. And here's the pitch from Payon. Again high, ball 3. Wouldn't surprise me a bit, Robbie. We were talking about the weather earlier, and I don't remember if we were on the air or not, so I'll say it here. And we'll wait till after this pitch from Payon. 3-0 count. Inside and tight, ball 4. Walks him in 4 straight. Wouldn't surprise me a bit if we're seeing the torrential wind today. And we've seen cloudy, we've seen spit and rain, and it got cold. It's coming out of the north. Sun's shining right now, but boy is it windy, straight out of the north. It wouldn't surprise me if we see blizzard conditions sometime. If we see heavy rains at some point. Here's the pitch. Bounces up there for ball 1. So a good job there by the catcher. Still doesn't know where the ball is. Still looking for the ball. The runner's going to come running. Now he's caught in a pickle. Number 21. And they're going to get him. They do. So he is out at third base. So good job there by the catcher. Could not find the ball.
And it was 4 feet. It wasn't like it went halfway to the wall or something, and McRae tried to get in from third. I think he wasn't sure what to do. He thought about coming, stopped, but you're right. And I've been there as a catcher. You're panicking and you can't find the ball.
And surely you would think that they were hollering at him. But what happens, it went straight down and bounced under him. And as he jumped up to find it, it was still around him, but it was under him, behind him. He couldn't see it. But they get the out. So out number 1 at third base. Great breaking ball. Strike 1. 1-1 now the count to Pacheco.
So it says the high tomorrow is 62.
So tomorrow probably not getting the heavy snow. Maybe get it tonight. Who knows?
Yeah.
May not get it, but it just seems like every year they get every condition known to man. Here's a swing and a miss. Snap throw down.
Ooh.
Not in time. Catcher tried to get it in behind the runner down at second.
Well, they're taking big leads at second. That's why I keep throwing it down there. Not really holding. The pitcher's not, at least. Well, thinking about it this time.
As he takes another look back, now comes to the plate. Another curveball called. Strike 3. He is out, and that is out number 2.
Well, that's a good curveball. Just started inside, broke a little bit away from the batter, dropped in there for that inside corner strike.
All right, so that brings to the plate the number 8 hitter in the lineup, number 2, Darren Anderson, left fielder for now the throw down, and gets by the second baseman. Center fielder comes up firing, and there's going to be a play, but Shin blocked it over there at third base. At least it didn't go over to the fence.
Yeah, Lima's third baseman, that was hit the turf before him one hop, and he just stuck his shin out there to stop it.
And he's a tough person because he's not even acting like it even hit him. So I'm wincing. It hurt me from up here. I know what a ball feels like off the shin. I don't know if I ever took a ball. I know what it feels like to get kicked in the shin. So about the same.
Yeah. Leave some lace marks, but it feels the same.
Actually, I probably have taken them off the shin. Playing infield one time or another. It's going to happen. All right, so here is the first pitch, and that's going to be inside to number 2, Darren Anderson, for ball 1.
Not if you gift your glove in front of it.
Well, it's going to happen eventually because at some point you're going to miss it with your glove.
Oh.
And then, it's going to hit you in the shin, I think, if you play enough. It's going to happen at one point or another. Strike called on that curveball. He's got a great breaking ball.
He does.
Kind of freezes the batters. But this is just their first time through, so they may, because it's not a real hard, it's kind of a slow roller. So if they can sit back on it. Here's the pitch. That was a good pitch. Nice fastball on the outside corner.
Good changeup of speed there. Good positioning. The curveball inside and then came on the fastball on the outside corner, as you said. So that's a good job of pitching.
Really is. 1-2 now the count with 2 outs. Runner at third base. 4-0, and he's going to step and throw over there. You don't usually see that over at third base, but just keeping him honest. Because the third baseman isn't exactly covering third. Here's the 1-2, and that's going to hit him. And the runner can't come. He's going to have to go back. He was coming on home. So hit by pitch is Anderson, and that'll bring Weston Cooley, the right fielder, wears number 6 on his green jersey, pinstripe green jersey. His first time to see Julian Pion.
Anderson did a good job there batting or up there to bat. He just saw that curveball coming right at him, took his left shoulder, turned it in towards the catcher, and took the ball right on the number on the back. That's what you coach?
Yep, so now runners on the corners. Pitch. Missed down and in for called ball 1. Number 6, Weston Cooley at the plate. On deck is the leadoff batter for Moriarty. Micah Rimer, the second baseman, and in the hole, Kenny Poyner, the center fielder. As the coach is going to come out and talk about it with his infield and pitching staff. So we got one more game today. Anybody out there watching? As the Artesia Bulldogs, the host of the tournament, will be taking on the Los Alamos Hilltoppers, 7 o'clock scheduled time. And hoping, I've been kind of saying it all day, for the play. It doesn't affect me much, sitting up here, much up here in the press box, but saying it for the players and the fans and the umpires and everybody out in the weather, I was hoping the wind would die down at some point today. And it kind of got slower in game number 2, but boy, it has really come back with a vengeance here in game number 3. It is blowing hard. You look at the flag out there. Look at that flagpole.
It's 35 to 40 mile an hour wind gust, right? Drive down the road at 40 miles and stick your hand out the window.
That's what it feels like. Yeah, it's blowing.
It's blowing.
And I'm telling you, between games, Robbie, it got really bad out here. I don't know. I thought maybe there was a tornado. Literally, this whole press box was moving. We were up here and between games, and the press box started just swaying. It was really blowing as that pitch misses down.
I was running some errands, and it got dark. Clouds moved in. It got dark, started sprinkling. And there was a rainbow out here on the east side out by the river. And that's why I texted you. I thought, man, they may have a rain delay.
Yeah. Well, it sprinkled some, and then it just kind of blew on through. It just blew so hard. Swing, it's a chopper up the middle, gets over the pitcher, but and he could have went over to, and that's going to cost him. As the second baseman catches it, he could have just tossed it to second, but he turned on the run and threw it to first. A bad throw, error, E4, and a runner does come in and score.
Yeah, as a coach, that's frustrating. Talking to each other out there, shortstop going to cover second, hollering at him, I'm here. But that's why you play these early tournaments or earlier tournaments anyway, right? Hopefully to work some of those things out.
So the first error in the ball game on the Desert Warriors allows a run to score. The score now 4-1 here in the top of the second. Here's the pitch, high and away, ball 1 to number 4, the leadoff batter, Micah Rimer. Yeah, and the wind blowing the hats off again.
Cardenas chasing his hat, second base.
Cordova.
Whose writing was that?
Well, I hope I don't have it wrong. I've had plenty wrong today. I'll look. Let me look here. What number is he?
Let me look and see. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. I probably didn't read it correctly. Yeah, Cordova, number 14.
Okay.
Yep.
2-0 the count as that pitch missed And this one's going to be high and tight. 3-0 now to Rimer.
One thing the wind will do, it'll mess with you as a pitcher. You're up on that mound, and it's all about your balance and your footwork too, and that wind will throw you just enough off balance to make you a little wild.
He takes a peek back at second. Now to the plate, 3-0. Swing and a miss for strike one. Good pitch. Looks like he took something off of that one again, and it wasn't that big sweeping curveball that we see from Gonzalez, but good break in any case. 3-1, 2 outs, runners at first and second, and there's a hit towards the middle, and it's going to be fielded by the shortstop, and he'll run over and touch second base, and then he hands it to the second baseman.
Who was standing on the bag?
Who was standing on the bag, and that is out number 3, just straight to the the shortstop. So there was 1 hit and 1 run. There was 1 error, and there were 2 runners left on base. We have played 2 complete, and the score now is 4-1. The Pintos leading. I'm sorry, the Desert Warriors leading the Pintos. We'll be back.
YouTube, how'd you get on there?
Welcome back here as we are underway, and a big swing for number 18. Diego Cia, he is the DH. He doubled his first time up, so he is 1-4-2, and now batting his second time. Big swing for the strike, and that ball misses away, so the count now 1-1 to Diego.
He's a big boy.
He is a big guy. On deck is the shortstop, Josue Ramirez, and in the hole is Gregor Nellis. Next pitch, low for ball 2. 2-1 now the count to Cia. Defensively for the Pintos, Anderson, Poyner, and Cooley from left to right. Here's the wind in the pitch from Gonzalez to Mccutchen, his catcher. Chopper to the shortstop. He's going to wait back on it. Now field it, fired across, and that is in time. 6-3 the put out, and that is out number 1.
And that's a good throw by the shortstop. It's the first one I've seen that hadn't been in the turf since I've been here. So just a good, solid throw across the diamond.
And it turns out to be number 1 out, and that'll bring to the plate number 2, Josue Ramirez, the shortstop. He is 0 for 1 in the ballgame. He grounded out to the second baseman his first time through. So he will step in on the right side. First pitch, swinging out to left field. Well, it's going to be to the shortstop, actually. I thought he got more of that when it first came off the bat, but basically a pop fly in the infield. Shortstop will catch it, and that is out number 2 on 4 pitches. So to the plate will be number 24, Gregor Nellis. He is playing out in left field for the Desert Warriors. He is 0 for 1. He grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. That pitch just a little bit high, ball 1. Infield is Pacheco, Gallegos, Rimer, and Walker from third to first. The catcher is Mccutchen, and the pitcher Gonzalez for the Pintos. Here's the pitch, curveball, Just missed inside.
He froze him with it.
He sure did.
Kind of started at him and broke in, but not enough.
And it might have been a little high. It didn't quite break down.
Yep.
Started that shoulder and kind of stayed shoulder height. Here's the pitch. High for ball 3. 3-0 now the count for Nellis. Lima on deck and Heredia in the hole. Or Limas on deck and Heredia in the hole. Right down the middle, called. Strike one, taken all the way was Hernandez. Here's the pitch, low and away, and that is ball 4. So with 2 outs, Hernandez will go down to first on the walk, and that'll bring Cesar Limas to the plate. Struck out his first time up, but he reached because of a passed ball on the swing on the strikeout, and then he ended up scoring a run because he moved over to second on a steal, and then was brought home on an error. Is that pitch? I don't know where that one missed. Ball 1. That's all I do know is it was called a ball. So ball 1. 1-0 the count. 2 down. Runner at first. Gonzalez set, takes a peek over to first. Second peek. Third peek. Now to the plate. Ball 2. The right fielder, Heredia, on deck, and then we're back to the top of the order as the center fielder, O.V. Alvarez, is in the hole for the Desert Warriors. Top of the third, the Warriors winning 4-1. Runner was going, that was called a strike, and the runner is safe down at second base.
Good throw that time. I think the second baseman got there a little bit late, and he was too far in front of the bag. It wasn't exactly on the bag, but it was a good throw. But he caught it too far in front of the bag.
Yeah, Mccutchen fired it down there from behind the plate, but as you said, just not connected right. All right, so 2-1 the count. It was called a strike. That pitch is going to bounce. It's going to bounce around. You're not going to be able to find it in time. So moving over to third base on the dropped pitch is the runner, or Nellis. So 3-1 now to Limas. He steps back in on the right side. And now going back to the windup with the runner at third is Gonzalez. High, ball 4. Back-to-back walks. 2 out walks. 2 outs and 2 walks. So now runners on the corners, and to the plate comes the number 9 hitter in the lineup, Gabe Heredia, playing out right field and wearing number 1 on his turquoise jersey. Gonzalez back in the stretch, comes set, now the pitch. Check swing that he really didn't even start. He started, but he didn't get around where he had to fully check it. Ball 1 outside. He reached on an error his first time up and scored a run, did Heredia. On deck is the leadoff batter, O.V. Alvarez, as Gonzalez comes set and out of the plate. Caught the outside corner, called strike 1. Gonzalez gets his pitch from Mccutchen, comes set, runners on the corners, 1-1 the count. Runner at second is off and running. Swing, and it's a chopper. Oh, it's a ground ball, base hit on the left side. So an RBI single for Heredia. And the score now 5-1.
And you'd like to think the coach called a hit and run there. Had the corners off with the third baseman on the bag and first base on the bag, and so it opened it up. Runner goes, just swing and try to put it in play, and he did right through the infield.
Yeah, the third baseman was really coming over on that line like they were trying to throw over to him. He was kind of out of, well, I don't know if he wasn't out of position. He was worried, I'm sure he was told, as that pitch is called strike 1 on the curveball to Alvarez. He is 1 for 2 in the ball game, has a single and an RBI and a run scored, does O.V., and now has an 0-1 count with 2 outs and runners at first and second. Pop fly over the first baseman's head. That's trouble. That's going to fall. Coming around from second to score. Everybody going 2 bases as they can't get a hold of it out in the outfield. And so that's a little bloop single for Alvarez.
Yeah, and Walker, Rowdy, Rimer, and Cooley all converging on that. and all three of them took a shot at it, missed it. Rimer finally picked it up and went to second with it.
But in the meantime, everybody moves from what would have been just a single. They move a bag apiece. So coming in to score was Lemus. Heredia now stands at third base, and Alvarez goes to second. Here's the pitch. Swing and pop fly back towards us in the press box for strike one. Number 6, Isaiah Gutierrez at the plate. He's 0 for 2. He did reach in the second on an error, and now has strike one. So this has all happened with 2 outs here.
Yeah.
They've had some. They ended up getting 2 walks in a row and then 2 singles in a row. That pitch missed. Oh, we called it a strike. Strike 2. Said it was high enough. I thought he was going to say it was ball, but the breaking ball called strike 2.
Where the catcher caught that, it looked low, didn't it?
So 0-2 the count. Here's the wind in the pitch from Gonzalez. Good pitch. It's going to be hit out to right field. That's going to get down. That's going to be extra bases and a 2-run extra base hit as he's going to go into second base standing up. Well, he's going to slide, but he didn't have to. So a great piece of hitting there by Gutierrez. Double and 2 RBIs.
Last way to go with the pitch, too, is high, little on the outside, and that's the one you want to drive into right field, and he did exactly that for the stand-up double.
And the 2 RBIs, and so the score now 8-0 in favor of Moriarty. And at the plate is the pitcher, the lefty, number 17, Julian Payon. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. As he had a chopper over to the right side, the first baseman caught it his last at bat and tossed it to the pitcher for the out. Here's the pitch. Called strike 1 as that raked across the outside corner to the left-hander. On deck is Medrano and then the whole Sia, who started this inning off with a ground out. So we've almost batted around here. The pitch. That one just missed away. Maybe a little high. Ball 1. 1-1 now the count.
So they brought in a pinch runner at second. I haven't got his number yet. 20.
That's Matthew Acevas. And that ball is going to pop out of the glove. He'll move over to third as it was high and away, and it just popped right out of the glove of Mccutchen. So, and again, I'm not sure. I'm probably not saying that. Matthew Acevas
Yeah, I think it's Acevas.
moves over to third base, the courtesy runner. It's running for the catcher, Gutierrez. So 1-1 the count, or 2-1 the count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Gonzalez. It's going to be sliced to the left side foul by Payon. And he kind of chased that one. It was coming down and in, and he inside outside swung and tried to, I don't know. That was strike 2.
I'm sitting there going, that was difficult to do.
Yes.
To get the end of the bat on that and shoot it to that right side from him or left side.
Yeah,
he did that.
It was a weird looking. This time he's going to drive it up the middle for a base hit. Nice piece of hitting there by number 17, Julian Pion, helping his own cause as coming in to score as Acevas from third. So the single and the RBI for Payon. And now he's going to be courtesy run for, and let's see who that is. Number 4, Francisco Molina. A courtesy run for the pitcher. So 9-1 now as Santa Teresa has number 9, Angel Medrano, at the plate. He's the 9th batter in the inning. Plays first base. Runner at first base for him. Here's the pitch. Swing and a chopper down the line. Foul. Strike 1. Who did we decide to come? Molina came in to run, right? Francisco Molina, number 4.
Yep.
A freshman for the Desert Warriors. He gets his lead over there at first base. Gonzalez takes a look over from the stretch. Now comes set. The pitch swung on. It's a chopper or a ground ball up the middle. Shortstop's going to fire it across. Going to bounce, and the first baseman digs it out for the third out. So 6-3. They did bat around. 9 batters in the inning. They ended up getting 1, 2, 3, 4 hits and scored a bunch of runs. They scored how many? 5 runs off of those 4 hits. And there was no errors, I don't believe, in that inning. And there was 1 runner left on base. So we have played 2.5 innings and scored now 9-1 in favor of the Desert Warriors from Santa Teresa. We'll be back for the bottom half and Moriarty batting coming up. All right, we're back here. Bottom of the third inning. At the plate is number 24, Kenny Poyner. First pitch, swing and a miss. Good cut, but a better pitch. Strike one. He is 0 for 1. He grounded out to the second baseman his first time through back in this first inning. The pitcher, Julian Pion, from the windup. Just a bit high. Ball one. 1-1 now the count. On deck for Moriarty is their pitcher, number 20, Amari Gonzalez, and in the hole, Bryce Walker. Swing and a miss, another good pitch. Big cut, but a strike two. Ornelas, Alvarez, and Heredia from left to right. Lima, Ramirez, Cordova, and Medrano from third to first. The pitch, swing and a miss, he got him. Strikeout, and that's out number one.
He just challenged him with some fastballs there, mainly. Came right at him. Unable to connect his Poyner.
That's the third strikeout for Payon. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Missed to number 20, Amari Gonzalez. Ball one. He is 0 for 1. He grounded out to the shortstop his first time through. The pitch caught the outside corner. Strike one.
Good job of framing the pitch by Mccutchen.
Gutierrez.
Gutierrez.
Strike two. Another good job framing it there by Isaiah Gutierrez, the catcher. It was a good breaking ball. Strike two. So 1 and 2 now the count with 2 outs. Is there 2 outs or only 1?
1.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That pitch misses down and in. They got 2 up on the board, but there is only 1. So 2 and 2 now the count. Bryce Walker on deck, and Jace Mccutchen, the catcher for the other side, is in the hole. The pitch got him. Good fastball. Kind of got him, tied him up high and in. And that's strikeout number 2 in the inning and out number 2.
Yeah, those are tough pitches. When you're up in the count, a pitcher is a good pitch, is a high inside fastball. It's hard to catch up with that thing.
And it looks so good. You just want to cut it in half as a batter. And you got to cover your plate. You don't want to strike out looking. Good breaking ball that does not break enough. So ball one to number 26, Bryce Walker, the big first baseman for the Pintos. He is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time through. 1-0 the count. Julian Payon back to the work. Here's the pitch. That's going to catch the outside corner. Called strike one. On deck is the catcher, Jace Mccutchen, and in the hole, Zach Gallegos, the shortstop. The pitch going to be inside and hit him right on the hand on the bat. Now, is that a strike or is that a...
No, because he didn't swing, so it shouldn't be.
If it's I get confused on this every year, especially early on. I thought your hands were part of the bat, so if it hits your hand while you're on the bat, that's a foul ball. But maybe it's not because he's standing on first base, shaking it off. We got coaches down there. Tell us, Coach.
If you're
Your hand's part of the bat or not? I guess not.
I thought I hit him in the elbow. Where did it get him?
Oh, it looked like it hit him right on the hand.
The forearm.
Oh, it hit him on the forearm. Okay. I thought it hit him on the hand, but I guess it went on. So it would be a foul ball if it hit his hand. Pretty obvious.
That's a coin toss.
Depends on the umpire. Okay, so hit by pitch, and Bryce Walker now stands at first base with 2 outs. At the plate is Jace Mccutchen, the catcher. He doubled his first time through, so he is 1-0. That pitch misses away or high for ball 1. Zach Gallegos, the shortstop, on deck, and Evan Pacheco, the third baseman, in the hole. As Julian Pion takes a peek over, now comes set. Now, Robbie, what was that pitch? What do you think that pitch was? Just a fastball that dove in?
I think it's a fastball that has tail. It tailed on him towards
the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I thought too, but
yeah,
it misses in, so it's called ball 2. 2-0 now the count. And he'll step off.
Used to have a 3-finger fastball. It did. That would spin in, so you'd release it and it would just tail in a little bit.
Okay, we're back ready to go. Here's the pitch, pop fly. And the catcher's going to come back and take a look at it. And will he have room? No. I thought maybe the wind would blow it back to him. He did too.
If he gets hit, if he's swinging, it's part of the bat. If he gets hit just standing there, it's a hit by
Okay. And that's what I thought. So if he's swinging, hand's part of the bat. But if he's not swinging, he gets his base. Good job, guys.
All right, here's the pitch. Breaking ball, called, strike 2, and down. Oh, and they thought they had him, but safe at first base. Snap throw down there by Gutierrez. So the count now 2-2 to Mccutchen.
I'm watching these 2 Bulldog baseball players trying to get the ball off the net with the 20-foot hook.
Right.
Oh, got him on the curveball.
Good pitch.
Yes.
Once again. And so the strikeout ends the inning as there was, I can't get my stuff to stop ringing on me here. All right. So Walker was hit by pitch. Mccutchen just strikes out. So there was no hits, no runs, no errors, one runner left on base. We have now played 3 full, and the score remains 9-1. We'll come back. Top of the 4th coming up. All right, we're getting ready to start the top of the 4th inning. Santa Teresa at bat, and coming to bat is the DH, number 18, Diego Ceja. He led off the last inning and now gets to lead off this inning. Called strike one on the outside corner.
So I both grew up here and playing ball, and a lot of memories here in this field. I'll tell some as we go just to get some in.
Here's the wind in the 0-1. Swung on a flirt off to the right side. Now here's what I'll tell you about my playing ball here. I never did because I didn't play baseball.
Yeah.
And it's one of those funny things, and I'll tell you in just a second after this pitch. 0-2 the count after that foul ball. See how at the plate, the DH. He is 1 for 2. Looks at ball one. I was a farm kid. I was a country kid, and I didn't go to any baseball games when I was in high school. I'd finish at school, and I'd go home because I had work to do and things to do. And I look back on it now and wished I would have. Here's the pitch. Catcher wanted that one. Mccutchen, he'd kind of set up a little high, but it's a big kid at the plate, and he really framed it, but it was called a ball.
And he waited about 3 seconds, which
you don't necessarily want to do.
No, umpire does not like that. He just said something to him, too. Ump did. So when we were playing, we didn't have the turf. It was all grass and dirt infield, and with wind like this, it was a nightmare. They'd almost have to water it down in between innings to keep the dust from blowing so hard.
Here's the wind in the pitch. Got him. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Out number 1.
He threw it down to third, and third baseman wasn't looking. So
that always hurts. Yeah.
So there were multiple times during the game where they'd call time because the dirt's blowing so bad. We had to wait for the dirt to quit blowing to continue play.
Mm-hmm. All right, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Outside. The batter is number 2, Josue Ramirez. He is the shortstop for Santa Teresa, and he is 0 for 2. He grounded out and flew out his previous 2 at-bats. Curveball called, strike 1. Good pitch.
That broke about 1.5 feet.
Yeah, it's a good pitch. And the wind may help him.
It may have. It looked like it broke twice, didn't it?
It's blowing straight across like that, so great pitch. 1-1 now the count to Josue. There's a base hit. He rips it over the third baseman's head for a single into left field. So he gets off the schneid with that single.
I was going to say, with the left-hander, his curve would be going against the wind, so it wouldn't break as much. But with the right-handers, it's helping them.
Right.
And we got 4 left-handers on our Bulldog team.
All right, up to bat is Gregor Nellis, the left fielder. He is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored as he steps in on the right side. First pitch called, strike 1, just a fastball. Caught the outside third of the plate. I think it was just a fastball.
Yeah.
Runner down at first base is Ramirez. Nellis steps back in. 1 out, top of the 4th inning. Pitch, high and tight. He turned his head and got out of the way of that one. 1-1 now the count to Nellis. Lemus on deck and Heredia in the hole. And he was talking about that wind blow. Now, I remember that growing up playing baseball. I didn't play at the high school level, but in Little League. You just have to turn your back to it.
You do.
Stand there and be sandblasted. It's curveball, called strike, throw down, not in time. Surely he called that a strike, didn't he?
I think he did, yes.
I didn't see his hand come up, but I'm pretty sure he did. So 1-2 the count. Stealing down there to second base, just on a straight steal, is Josue Ramirez. With 1 out and now a runner in scoring position for Santa Teresa. Gonzalez comes set, takes a long look back now to the plate, and just high, I guess. So ball 2, 2-2 now the count. Lemus on deck and Heredia in the hole. Bottom third of the order here for Santa Teresa as they lead 9-1. The pitch, curveball, got him. That's the buckler. That's what you call that pitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a buckler.
It started right at him, buckled his knees, froze him, and then just breaks right across the plate. Called strike 3.
So that's the second strikeout of the inning and the second out. And just not much you can do with that as a batter. I mean, nothing there. Gregor Nellis was at the plate, but, man, it just buckled him. Here's the pitch is high for ball 1 to Lemus.
You almost liken it to breaking an ankle in basketball, right? When a
Yeah.
guard will just cross you over and you fall down.
Yeah.
That's the same thing here. It just freezes you.
Yeah. Lemus at the plate. He struck out but reached on a passed ball as he looks at called strike 1 there, as that was another breaking ball that was just perfectly thrown. 1-1 now the count. And he also reached on a walk, and he scored both times. So even though he hasn't got a hit, he's been productive. 1-1 the count, 2 outs. The pitch just missed. Ball 2, 2-1. Number 9 hitter, Gabe Heredia on deck, and then we're back to the top of the order. O.V. Alvarez in the hole. Swing and a miss. Good fastball. He was behind on that one. I think seeing those curveballs throws you off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good change of speed from that curveball to fastball, and that's what you want. You don't want to throw that curveball really, really fast. That's a slider if you want to do that.
Unless you got a 100-mile-an-hour heater, then you can. And he got him to chase one up and out of the strike zone. He threw that heater and got him up in his eyes, and that is out number 3. So 3 strikeouts for Marty Gonzalez. There was a single, so there was 1 hit, but no runs. There was no errors, 1 runner left on base. We played 3.5, and the score remains 9-1 in favor of the Desert Warriors. The Pintos coming up in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Try to get some of those runs back. Stay tuned.
I'm going to go with no. I think the odds are pretty good on that one.
It would be cool though, right?
Yeah, that would be cool, yeah.
All right, we're back here as the Desert Warriors back in the field. Julian Payon, the pitcher. Here's the pitch. Bounces it up there for ball 1.
So having a discussion up here with Coach Bickle and Coach Lopez. Coach Bickle now, he's giving me a hard time. He's trying to decide if Pion was throwing left-handed earlier.
Swing and a miss as at the plate is Zach Gallegos, the shortstop. He is 0 for, or has a walk and a run scored. The only run scored for the Pintos. Count 1-1, now 1-2, as he's taken 2 big cuts at 2 pretty good pitches from Payon.
Now that was a curveball. Started on the outside corner, broke off the plate, and he wasn't even close on the swing.
That was down and away. Here's the pitch, and he got him on a fastball swinging, but that's going to be a base hit out to right field. Nice piece of work there by number 1, Zach Gallegos, as he slaps that fastball that was out on the corner to right field.
He overthrew his cutoff, second baseman, but the shortstop was back there to get it, and the second baseman looked back at him, and he just threw his hands up like, what do you want me to do? Like blame it on the wind.
Right, it's windy, so maybe that is part of it. All right, at the plate is number 21 for Moriarty, so that's a new batter. Let's see here.
Came in for 7.
Yeah, it looks like it. So that's he came in a while ago, McCrane. So 21 batting. I think he came in and ran a while ago, didn't he?
He did.
And now he stayed in to bat. First ball was a ball. Second ball is a strike, called strike on the inside half of the plate. 1-1 now the count to McCrane. On deck is Anderson, and in the hole Cooley. As Moriarty trying to scratch some runs back here, down by 8, 9-1 in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a miss, snap throw down, not in time. That's strike 2 to McCrane. 1-2 the count. Ornelas, Alvarez, and Heredia left to right. Lima, Ramirez, Cordova, and Medrano from third to first. The catcher is Isaiah Gutierrez, and the pitcher Julian Payon. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Doesn't get there. Ball 2. 2-2 now the count. That wind is just a whipping. It's really blowing. Man, I wish it'd stop. On behalf of the players and the fans and everybody out there. Good pitch. Rings him up on the outside corner. Called strike 3. Just a great pitch there by Payon. And that is out number 1 here in the bottom of the fourth. And that'll bring number 2 to the plate, Darren Anderson, the left fielder. He was hit by a pitch his first time up and reached second before the end of that inning. He'll step in on the right side to face Julian Pion for the second time. Runner is off and running. He swings at it, so that was definitely a hit and run. Throw is in time. He is out. Nice throw.
That's a great throw by Gutierrez because that's a slow breaking ball as we talked about. And just a quick release by him. Good tag by the second baseman, Cordova. That looked good.
Yeah, that was an outstanding. It was just a great throw because he caught it where the guy slid into.
Yep.
He threw it right on the money, and the glove was just in front of the base. Basically, well, couldn't have been a better throw, I don't think. I think that was the perfect throw. 0-1 the count as he did swing at that. Now the high pitch for ball 1 to Anderson. So the hit and run obviously on. He made up his mind a little late to swing, and don't know if he'd have got up to it anyway because it was a high heater, that first one that he swung through. 2 outs, 1-1 the count. The pitch, and he's going to swing at that breaking ball. Kind of waved at that one. Fooled him.
It did. It fooled him, and it hit about 5 feet in front of the plate.
Mm-hmm.
Good job by Gutierrez to block that.
All right, so 1-2 the count with 2 outs. Payon with another curveball. This time he said, I'm not going to chase it, and he did not, so ball 1. Or 2. 2-2 now the count.
So you've been down to the concession stand?
I have, and I'll tell you what I did in the concession stand here in a moment. Here's the wind in the 2-2. Ground ball to the right side. The second baseman, Cordova, will pick it up. 4-3 the put out, and that ends the threat. There was a hit, but he was picked off at second. A strikeout and a ground out. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, and nobody left on base. We've played 3.5, and the score is 9-1. We'll be back. Actually, we've played 4 full, and the score is 9-1. So top of the 5th coming up. He's a switch hitter. All right, we do have a new pitcher. Kenny Poyner has come in to pitch from center field. Moving to second base is Amari Gonzalez, who was the pitcher. And the second baseman, Micah Rimer, has moved out to center field. So first pitch was low for ball one. At the plate is number 1, Gabe Heredia, the right fielder for the Desert Warriors. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 2. So we're in the top of the 5th inning. 9-1 is our score, as the Desert Warriors have led the entire way. Here's the winding the pitch from the lefty Poyner, and that is going to be just inside and low for ball 3, so 3-0 the count. On deck is the leadoff batter, O.V. Alvarez. And in the hole, the catcher, Isaiah Gutierrez. Three-0 pitch. Down and in, ball 4. 4 straight.
So the Desert Warriors get 2 runs. That'll be the game, correct?
This is the top half, so they'll have to let them
You're right.
bat. Yeah. But if they get 2 runs and then they hold them, then yes. 10-run rule. And we had that in the last game, as the Carlsbad Cavemen won 18-0 over Belen. 10-run rule.
I heard 24, 25 hits.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Outside, ball 1 to Alvarez. He is 2 for 3 in the ball game. He has singled twice, 2 RBIs, and also scored 2 runs. Has O.V. Alvarez, the leadoff batter. That's what you like to see out of your leadoff guy.
Mm-hmm.
Get those singles, move around, and get in. And he's done it. He's also got a pair of RBIs. Pitch is going to be high for ball 2. And now they're just, so that's ball 6 in a row here for the new pitcher. And Alvarez was just standing up there, no intent to swing at all. He was waving the bat around in the bunt like a bunt, but really moving it around, just trying to draw him off or shake his confidence a little bit. He's going to do the same thing again. And the throw over not in time.
So Poyner, he froze in that stretch when he brought that right leg up. First, I'm going to watch him and see if he does it again.
So he's in the stretch. Looks over twice at first. Now he'll come set. He did it again, and he got him off if they can get there, and they're not going to. He's safe. So the pickoff move was a good one, Robbie, but the runner was fast, and the throw was high from first to the shortstop, and so sliding in safely over there at first base is Gabe Heredia.
I think Walker over there still is holding that right arm after that hit by pitch. It still looks like it's hurting him.
Yeah, I can see the way he's holding it. You're right. And no doubt, man, he got drilled. So with nobody out and runner in scoring position now, as he moves over on a steal is Heredia. Here's the pitch. Ball, it gets by the catcher. So going into third base, and that is 3-0 the count now to Alvarez. So we have not seen a strike yet from the pitcher, Poyner, and so he's going to have a visit come out from the coaching staff, visit with him a little bit here. As he's thrown 7 straight. So we were talking about the concession stand a while ago, and I was going to tell you. So I went into the tent, the what do they call it? The hospitality tent, hospitality room.
Yeah.
And there was some breakfast stuff left. It was after the first game, and so I said, that looks really good. And the lady that takes care of all that stuff, well, let me warm it up for you. So I hadn't got, but then there was one of her helpers was in there, and she said, can you help me take this ice chest to the concession stand? So that's why I've been in the
Oh, okay. All right.
A long story to tell you. Yeah, I've been there, but I haven't got anything from there.
Okay.
But looking forward to maybe a cheeseburger. Although I think they're cooking steaks.
Are they?
For supper in the hospitality. Yeah. Ribeyes. I'm not kidding. Here's the pitch. And that is called strike 1. So a good visit there from his coach as a Poyner put it right down the middle for the first strike of his appearance here. He had thrown 7 straight balls. Now it's 3-1 to Alvarez. The wind in the pitch, and that's going to be low for ball 4. And Robbie Blue doesn't believe me, but I'm pretty sure they told me steaks and pork chops are grilling. And ribeyes and pork chops. And I was thinking, why are you doing pork chops? If you're going to cook ribeyes, who's going to eat pork? That's what I
he's
was
saying.
told.
I don't.
T-bones or
Are they
ribeyes?
doing steaks? Yeah. See, I believe them because they said they're doing them. I don't believe him. You just ate one up here?
Runners on the corners, nobody out. I threw my hands in the air in
saw
total
you.
disgust. Another throw over to first. Can they get him? Oh, no. Everybody is safe. And then it gets by the third baseman. So coming in to score on the throw over will be Heredia, and that's just an error. So moving from first to third on the steal is Alvarez. And the infield's now going to play in. 10-1 is our score, and at the plate is number 5?
Yep.
So
Number 6.
Okay, number 6, Isaiah Gutierrez. Here's the pitch. He squares the bunt, looks at strike one. Good pitch there by Poyner. He just drilled it right down the middle.
Put a lot of pressure on him with the first and third base runners. Runner on first goes. Do you throw down to second? Do you have the short cut it off? Do you, with the pickoff move, go over? I mean, that when you're in that position, the offense can put a lot of pressure on the defense.
They did, and it looked like they had him picked off because the pitcher went straight to first base, but the first baseman and that ball misses in for ball one. As he chased him down and he stopped chasing him, I think if he'd just threw it to second, they would at least got that one out.
They would have.
But he decided to go to third. The ball goes high on him, and it gets out of the glove of the third baseman, and so everybody advances and the run scores. And still nobody out. Runner at third base. That pitch is going to get by the catcher, and the runner's going to stay at. Did that hit him, or does that? I guess it did because he's going down. So hit by pitch. That's why the runner stayed.
Yep.
All right. So hit by pitch. Now runners back on the corners again. And coming to the plate will be number 9. I'm sorry, number 17, Julian Pion, the pitcher.
Number 20 is coming into courtesy run. Acevas.
Oh, that's Acevas again?
Yep.
Hey, look, Payon is a lefty.
Yeah, he was throwing righty but batting lefty, and he's the pitcher. So he's amphibious, Robbie said. Throw over, not in time. Runner stays at third.
Robbie did not say he's amphibious.
Amphibious, huh? He got gills?
Pion is 1 for 2. He grounded out, and he has a single, and he also has a walk. As a Poyner comes set and out of the plate. Swing and a pop fly in the infield. The first baseman and the pitcher and the catcher all going to make a move, and good job there. Getting nobody at home, that's still dangerous. Nobody at home.
Yeah.
So if the runner had realized that, he would have scored because there was nobody covering. The pitcher, the catcher, and the first baseman all go for that pop fly, which is caught by the first baseman for out number 1. But everybody stays, so runner's still at the corners as Angel Medrano comes to the plate, the number 4 hitter in the lineup, playing first base, right-hander. He is 1 for 3. He singled back in the first, struck out in the second, and grounded out in the third. And the lefty, Kenny Poyner, from the stretch, looks both ways. Now comes set. Going to throw over. They got him again. Throw it. Oh, no. So the first baseman decided he pumped it and was trying to get the runner at third to go. No reason to go over there at third base. Just stand there. And he did. So the runner moves down to second base in Gutierrez after he was hit by a pitch. So runners now at second and third for the Desert Warriors, leading 10-1. Here's the wind and the pitch with 1 out. Down and in, ball 1. To Medrano. Sia on deck and Ramirez in the hole for the Desert Warriors. I don't think I've given the defense here. Anderson and Rimer and Cooley from left to right. As Rimer moved from second out to center field. We did talk about that, but the left and right fielders is Darren Anderson and Weston Cooley. Here's the pitch. Called strike 1. Good pitch. running man on his hands and inside corner for strike one. Infielders Pacheco, Gallegos, Gonzalez moved to second base from pitching, and Walker at first. Jace Mccutchen, the catcher, and the new pitcher coming in from center field is Kenny Poyner here in this inning. Strike two, good breaking ball from the lefty. Called strike two, so 1-2 now the count. There is one out. Runners at second and third for the Desert Warriors. Infield playing in. I guess the up the middle, they're kind of just playing halfway in. Swing and a chopper to the third baseman. He's going to go across the diamond, and that is a good play, as that was kind of in between Hal Hop, but he gets to play at first base, and the runners stay where they're at. So the second out comes via a 5-3 putout. And that'll bring Diego Ceja to the plate. And what in the world is all that?
Gene. Amphibious.
Amphibious. Our illustrious leader
Is
sending Robbie texts. I guess just you. Mine didn't beep. So, oh no, mine beeped too. I just didn't know it. He tagged us both. No, that's what he just sent us is ambidextrous. I was talking about it being amphibious.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the people out there that are watching are saying, you guys are idiots. All right, here's the pitch. It's high to number 14. It's Adrian Cordova. Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I must have looked at his number wrong, because it should be number 18 at the plate, Ceja. But it's not. Okay. I am
Cordova, number 14.
confused. So how did Okay, so Cordova was being DH'd for. He is now batting.
Right.
Okay, that's what it is. He was DH'd for by Diego Ceja. Now he is batting. So Adrian Cordova, his first time up. 2-0 the count. That's going to miss down and in. So 3-0 the count. Sorry about that, fans. I didn't realize, but that's the case. He has been playing second base and was being DH'd for, and now he is batting his first time here in the top of the fifth inning. 10-1, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That's in for ball 4 on 4 straight. Walks him.
So I was looking up the weather. Right now it's showing 51 degrees, but it feels like 39 outside, and Coach Lopez has turned the AC really low up here on us. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it's hot in here.
Yeah, but it is 39 degrees out there is the real feel, so
It's chilly.
it's chilly. Sun is out.
Ball gets by the catcher, and nobody moved. The runner didn't run. I'm not sure what happened there, Robbie.
That's the second time that the runner has not gone on the foul ball. He could have come. I'm just wondering if he doesn't want to score that extra run. I don't know. I'm just wondering, because that's the second time they could have scored, and the coach didn't send them. Because it's 10-1.
Well, yeah, but you don't want to win.
I know.
All right, so he did not send him. Bases loaded, ball 1. Here's the pitch. Oh, and it hits him. So it can't. What's he do now? Stay here. So hit by pitch is number 2, Josue Ramirez. So he'll go down, and that you can't stop the run now. So Alvarez does come in to score, and everybody moves up. The bases remain loaded, and at the plate will be Gregor Nellis. Nope, number 4 is coming in. Molina. And we're going to have a pitching change. So while they change, I can figure out what all the changes will be here as Molina is coming into bat. Plus, we'll see who the new pitcher is going to be. So stay tuned right here on this channel, KSVPTV.com or KSVP Radio Facebook, KSVP Radio YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in here in game number 3. The Santa Teresa Desert Warriors leading the Moriarty Pintos 11-1. All right, we have a new pitcher, Christian Hernandez, in for the Pintos. Bases loaded that he inherited here with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing, and that's going to be a base hit into left field. The left fielder will come up and field it cleanly, and only 1 run will score, but crossing the plate is number 20 for the courtesy runner, and the score now 12. That was Francisco Molina at the plate who gets that base hit. So the bases stay loaded. And at the plate now is Lemus.
No, we got number 12 up now.
So, and the ball gets by, but they do hold them. So number 12 is at the plate in place of Lemus, and that is Wyatt Sanchez. And that first pitch was a ball. Bounced and got by the catcher, but everybody stayed. So the big lefty Hernandez with his second pitch, and it's going to be high and away for ball 2. 2-2 or 2-0 the count now to Sanchez, and if he's able to get on, then we'll have he's the 9th batter in the inning. We'll have batted around. The lefty comes set, and the pitch high and away, ball 3.
Well, he's got a slow delivery, doesn't he? Just real methodical.
So 3-0, bases loaded, 12-1 the score here in the top of the 5th inning. Moriarty down to the Desert Warriors from Santa Teresa. The pitch, high, ball 4, and that'll walk in another run on 4 straight. So Sanchez walks in, gets the RBI. And the score now 13-1.
That brings up number 13.
So another new batter, and number 13. I'm looking at the wrong lineup. Number 13 is Alonzo Armenta, and he's coming in for Heredia. Alonzo Armenta looks at ball 1. So the bases remain loaded, still 2 outs. Armenta at the plate for the Desert Warriors, steps back in on the right side to face the lefty Christian Hernandez. 1-0 the count. And the pitch. High, ball 2. So we have batted around. The leadoff batter in this inning was Gabe Heredia, and he has now been pinch hit for. There's a big swing and a miss, strike 1 for Armenta, who has come in the place of Heredia, who led this inning off with a walk. So the base is loaded. Armenta at the plate. Ovi Alvarez, the leadoff batter, on deck, and Isaiah Gutierrez, unless there's other changes, they're the next two batters. He's in the hole. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 now the count. So Hernandez comes set and to the plate. 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 3, and that is out. Number 3. And so, let's see here.
So we got Los Alamos and Artesia down warming up in the batting cages. Getting ready for the next game.
So there was only one hit in that inning, but there was multiple. There was 1, 2, 3 runs, 4 runs scored off that one hit because we had some walks and some. There was a hit by pitch. All right, so no errors, and there were 3 runners left on base. So the score 13 as 4 runs come in to 1. And we start the bottom of the 5th inning. The Desert Warriors the Pintos will have to score at least 3 runs to keep this game going. We'll be back.
Behind the stands.
What if we turn it off all this stuff?
Yeah.
All right, we're back here as the first pitch is going to be called strike one to number 6 for the Pintos.
I turned it off. We'll see what it does.
Here's the next pitch. Swing and a ground ball to the shortstop. Ramirez will come up, field it cleanly, fired over to first base, and he gets by the first baseman. Rounding and going to second base is Weston Cooley. So E6 puts Cooley at second base on the throwing error by the shortstop. Medrano unable to come up with that ball over there, but really it was a tough one. He had to really stretch and go to his chest trying to just keep it from going by him. So coming to the plate will be number 4, Micah Rimer, the leadoff batter. Cooley now stands at second after reaching on the air and advancing. Nobody out, bottom of the 5th inning. And Payon has been pitching and looking for a complete game here as he gets a strike on the swinging foul ball. Rimer is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning to lead off things, made it to third before the final out, and then he hit into the fielder's choice his last time up. Strike. Oh, just missed high. 1-1 now the count. That was a good breaking ball. I thought it was a strike. Robbie always laughs at me. That's always
Strike.
fun.
Just missed high.
Just missed high.
Yeah.
Pitch. Okay, strike 2.
Yeah, that was good.
I waited.
Yeah, you
I'm
did.
going to wait better. 1-2 now the count on that fastball in the outside corner.
Reimer's 5'6" senior for the Pintos.
Ground ball for a base hit. I'm laughing. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at the players. I'm laughing. And the runner was starting to be held. Now he's going to be sent, and he will get there safely. Kind of stutter step did he, but he makes it in, does number 6, Weston Cooley. So he will round from second on third base, kind of stutter step on the base hit, and then go on through it as Rimer gets that single and the RBI, and the score now 13-2 in favor of the Desert Warriors. I was giggling because we had not said that any time, or I haven't.
I know.
I haven't said that what year they were or how big they are, and you did it.
Well, I started looking at the roster, and I'm like, we haven't been doing that.
No, we haven't.
So I thought, why not?
That's good with me.
We got 5'7" senior.
It just caught me off guard. As
Poyner up to bat.
Yeah, Poyner at the plate, the lefty. He'll look at a called strike 1 fastball.
Honestly, you started laughing. I thought, what did I say?
It just caught me
Yeah.
funny. I hardly ever talk about the size of the baseball teams unless they're just a really tall or, Here's the pitch. That's going to miss high and away for ball 1. 1-1 now the count.
Cooley, that came around to score just now, was a freshman, or is a freshman, playing on the varsity team.
Nice. Poyner looking to get a base hit here. Obviously trying to get another run. They got to get 2 more to keep this game going. He's 0 for 2, grounded out and struck out, and that pitch is going to miss away for ball 2, 2-1. Gonzalez on deck and Walker in the hole for the Pintos from Moriarty. Julian Pion takes a peek over at first base. Now comes set. Swing and a miss. Good cut. Just a nice, good ball that took some tail down and in for strike 2.
Boy, Poyner is crowding that plate. Didn't he got his toes on the line?
He's
front
up in
of the box.
Front of the box, and right up on the line. And the pitch, swing, and a little slow roller down the first baseline, foul. So the count remains 2-2. Hernandez, Alvarez, and Heredia out and left to right. Lima, Ramirez, Cordova, and Medrano from third to first. And actually, they've made a bunch of changes. I may be giving these wrong. I didn't catch them when they were going out because I see that Lima's not on third base anymore, I don't think. I think they got those guys in that pinched bat that are now playing defense. That swing is foul tipped back to the net, so the count remains 2-2. So I think over at third base, let me see if I can figure it out. Instead of Limas is Wyatt Sanchez, I believe. Here's the pitch, swing, bounces in the dirt. He can't run. Runner at first base, that's out number 1. Can't advance on that one, so the strikeout swinging. And that will bring to the plate number 20, Amari Gonzalez, the pitcher, or was the pitcher. He moved to second base. Payon to the plate, high. Snap, throw down, not in time.
See the Artesia fans trickling in now, getting ready for the Artesia baseball team to play tonight.
And they're coming out to brave this beautiful weather we have. That pitch called strike 1. 1-1 now the count. Because this wind is just crazy cold and hard. Even though the sun's blowing, sun's shining, blowing. If you couldn't see the wind, which you can't normally unless there's dirt in the air. Here's the pitch, swing, and a chopper to the third baseman. He'll come up and catch it on the second hop, throw it over to first in time. And then they run into each other. But that is out number 2. Runner advances to second base. But that is out number 2. And I've just completely...
I was thinking earlier, I'm glad you're keeping that.
I have no idea what has happened here. I have lost track of everything. Unfortunately.
That is the Walker up to bat, 6'10" freshman.
What? He's not 6'10".
He's amphibious though.
Yeah, he might be, but he's not 6'10".
He's 6 foot.
Yeah.
6 foot junior.
6 foot junior.
215.
Walker at the plate, and I don't know what I did wrong on my book here. I'm going to try to figure this out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So 1-1 now the count to Walker. All right, so the last batter was Gonzalez, and he hit...
No, Walker's up to bat.
Here's the pitch. Swing. That's a hit up the middle, but the shortstop was playing it perfectly. He'll fire to first base, and that will end. Oh, he's safe. He couldn't get the ball up. And then coming all the way from second to score on the error is number 4, Micah Rimer. So he ends up scoring, and that makes the score 13-3. And so the run that they need to make sure they get in is at first base to keep this game going, Bryce Walker. So he reaches on an error on the first baseman because that was in his glove and he just dropped it.
Yeah, he had to do a long stretch over there, Madrano did, and he couldn't get back up to do anything. It just came out of his glove and he couldn't do anything about it.
Okay, so at the plate, I believe is Jace Mccutchen, the catcher. He looks at called strike 1. He is 1 for 2 in the ball game. He had a double back in the second inning.
If they get one more run here, they can extend this at least to the 6th inning.
Right. Good pitch. Called strike 2. Man, what a curveball. Number 6, Zach Gallegos. I'm sorry, number 1, Zach Gallegos. The shortstop is on deck. And the pitcher, Julian Pion, from the stretch to the set. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And that is strike 3, and that is the ball game. 10-run rule in effect. So the strikeout is the 3rd out of the inning, and the win will go to the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors 13-3. And I'm going to try to figure out real quick what I did wrong here. Robbie, if you can help me. Let me see here where the out was.
I don't know that I can help.
So Poyner reached on a single, or did he reach on an error?
Just now?
He was on second base. He was on first. Kenny Poyner. Rimer came in and scored.
Mm-hmm.
Cooley came in and scored. So Poyner, he reached. I couldn't remember how he got on, but I think it was a hit. So, and then Gonzalez was out number 2. Walker reached on an error, and out number 3 was Jace Mccutchen. So there was 1 hit, there were 2 errors, and 2 runs scored. off of that 1 hit and 2 errors. And there was 1 man left on base. So the 5th inning final score, 13-3. 2 runs came across, and that's how they got their 3, the Pintos. So in the ball game, they had 3 runs off of. I only showed them with 3 hits, but I'm gonna go back and double check. 1,
Did you really already eat a steak?
2.
No, I wouldn't. I didn't.
I show them with 4 hits, and I think only the 1 walk. Running back through real quick. So Payon gets the complete game in 5 innings and the win. He has 5 strikeouts, gives up 4 hits and 3 runs, only 1 of which was earned. And he did hit 3 batters and had the 1 walk, but he does get the 5-inning complete game win. And taking the loss was Amari Gonzalez, the starting pitcher for the Moriarty Pintos. The Pintos scored in every inning but the 4th. They got 1 run in the first, 3 in the second, 5 in the third, did not get any in the 4th, and then scored 4 in the 5th. Off of 9 hits, there were 2 Moriarty errors, and the Desert Warriors left 7-8 men on base. The final score, 13-3. So in the bracket, Moriarty will advance, and they'll take on the winner tomorrow night of the next game between Artesia and Los Alamos. Santa Teresa falls, and they play tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock against the loser of the Artesia-Los Alamos game. And so if you're out of town and you're not able to make it, and you're a fan of Santa Teresa or Moriarty or Artesia or Los Alamos, stay tuned here on KSVPTV.com or KSVP Radio and on our Facebook page or our YouTube channels. We'll continue to carry these games. Tomorrow they'll be carried as well. And so in the bracket, Belen and Clovis play in the morning at 10 a.m. as they both fell today. Belen falls to Carlsbad 18-0. Carlsbad advances to the winner's side bracket. They play at 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, taking on Goddard, who won in the last inning as they were down by 3. They scored 6 runs in the top of the 7th, and they get the final win over Clovis, 12-9. So the morning game, 10 a.m., Belen Clovis. The afternoon game will be Santa Teresa against the loser of Los Alamos and Artesia, which is the next game up here. That'll be at 1. Then the 4 p.m. game on the winner's side will be Carlsbad against Goddard, and then the 7 p.m. game, Moriarty, and I wrote that down wrong, Santa Teresa, who just got the win. Santa Teresa will take on the winner of tonight's game. So Moriarty will play tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock, taking on the loser of this game that we're fixing to have here at 7 p.m. So stay tuned here. Los Alamos Hilltoppers being hosted by the Artesia Bulldogs in our final game of day 1 of the Artesia Invitational. We'll be back for that game at 7 o'clock.